the UFO Disclosure Act be revamped tomorrow? Well, we've got that and a lot more to talk about today, so get in here. This is Jack with Cosmic Road. I'll talk about UFOs and the paranormal. Please hit like and subscribe and let me know what you think in the comments below. Okay, here's what Danny Sheehan said on a recent episode of Fade to Black with Jimmy Church.
What do you think you'll have come February 9th? Where do you think we'll be?
Well, we'll have a much clearer look at what the new statute that the United States Senate is planning to pass to try to reinsert into the 2023 bill additional provisions that are going to accelerate the public revelation of this information. We'll have a much better idea there as to what has been settled upon by the Senate Intelligence Committee and the Senate leadership, both Republican and Democrat, as to what it is that they're willing to back up and put in front of the House in the attempt to leverage that passage to get it passed. Michael Turner, who chairs the House Intelligence Committee, and to get it passed, Michael Rogers, who chairs the House Armed Services Committee. They're going to be mustering their power in their alliances in both political parties to get that new law passed. So we'll see how far they're willing to go.
What do you think you'll have?
Yeah, we'll see how far they're willing to go, but it's going to go down tomorrow. Could we see the Gatekeeping Committee and the Eminent Domain Clause put back in the Schumer-Rounds Amendment? Well, apparently that's on the table and they are working toward it. I still have reservations about the Schumer-Rounds Amendment, but, we do need some implement to get us to UFO disclosure, and that could be it. We certainly seem to have committed, sincere individuals involved in the creation of it. So, fingers crossed. I hope it goes well. Danny Sheehan seems like a sincere person, but I believe it was him that put forward as a potential member of the Gatekeeping Committee, a former director of the CIA, Mr. Gatekeeper himself. So, I have questions. Danny. Love you, but I've got questions. We might have more luck with UFO disclosure with the House Oversight Committee if Tim Burchett and Anna and Muskowitz and all those guys can have a field hearing at Lockheed Martin or wherever these programs are located and show us an actual UFO, either ours or theirs. That would be UFO disclosure. Is that possible? Well, theoretically, could they get access to those programs? Probably not. Failing that, we have a whole slew of whistleblowers that seem to be coming out this year. So we have a few different options for UFO disclosure. We may not need the Schumer-Rounds Amendment, but on the other hand, we might. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Oh, and I had to share this with you. Jacuri Davis says, whoa, Michael Herrera said the same thing on Cosmic Road recently. Must be something to it then. That's right. Mike Herrera did say they were planning or hoping to revamp the Schumer-Rounds Amendment. Brought that to you on Cosmic Road. Meanwhile, an update from James Fox. Hello, everybody. In my bunker, I wanted to share just a couple of seconds of some of the beautiful B-roll our team captured. I will be giving an update on a new distribution deal for my previous films, as well as a status update for our new film, The Program, very soon. Okay, well, I will keep my eyes open for that. Meanwhile, on February 5th, we have Sean Kirkpatrick, the lovely Dr. Sean Kirkpatrick, continuing his disinformation campaign. The government's former UFO hunter found something more concerning than aliens, Scientific American. And of course, I've covered some of his disinfo before, but yeah, basically it's just that Congress is a bunch of crazy people that believe in UFOs, and that's the concerning thing that he found. And here's another article from Politico on February 6th. Former UFO boss Sean Kirkpatrick, the lovely Dr. Sean Kirkpatrick, says the Pentagon needs to be less secretive. That's right, he says he went to the Pentagon and tried to discover the secrets of UFOs, and they resisted. It's all the Pentagon's fault, SK says. So, yeah, nothing to see here. He's totally blameless. He did the best he could, guys. Sean Kirkpatrick did the best he could. It's those bad guys in the Pentagon that are forestalling UFO disclosure. I believe that, and I know you do too. Meanwhile, this thing, whatever it is, alien or hoax or vegetable, I don't know what it is, has been making the rounds lately, and there's a lot of debate about what this thing is. I mean, it certainly doesn't look random, it's got very symmetrical features, apparently. So, yeah, what is that thing? I don't know. There is a little bit more of a story to it. There's a whole website devoted to talking about this guy's weird collections, and I can't show all of it to you because some of it's graphic. But yeah, really interesting. Probably a hoax, but very intriguing something or other. I don't know. Let me know what you think. Meanwhile, check this out. Lockheed Martin can grow aircraft skin with integrated sensors and energy storage wire-free. New materials mimic muscles, enabling shape-changing autonomous aircraft and swarms of small learning drones that interact with larger vehicles. Very intriguing, right? I can't play the video for you because it's got music, but there you can see kind of what they are working on. Mimicking skin and muscles on these craft. That is wild. And how much of what they're revealing to us now have they had for years, right? Because that's the story that you often hear is what they reveal now is stuff they had working 20 years ago. Now, who knows if that's true or not, but highly intriguing. Makes me wonder what all they have. I mean, Lockheed Martin's got a UFO, but of course that's probably not the mainstream part of Lockheed Martin. That's a certain closeted part of it. So, I don't know what the mainstream Lockheed Martin has or how much of the closeted part gets disseminated to the more mainstream part. And is that what we're looking at? I don't know, but it is super intriguing. We are definitely entering a new age of strange technology. Meanwhile, check this out. A murmuration of starlings in Italy. Isn't that lovely? Look at that. Not UFO related, but just beautiful. Look at that. And I love murmuration as a group of starlings. Look at that. Nature is beautiful, guys. That is an amazing display. Look at that, guys. It's amazing. I love it. Love it. Meanwhile, check this out. This is from Claus. The chief records officer posted a memo yesterday on the National Archives website informing U.S. government agencies that guidance on releasing UFO records will be issued as soon as possible and advising them to begin their review. Check that out. Very exciting. As one of the first steps, NARA will provide agencies with guidance on what information will be needed to create and manage this collection. The law directs NARA to create a standard form or finding aid for agency use in identifying and reviewing records in the new UAP collection. To expedite the collection process, agencies should begin identifying all UAP records as required by the law. Agencies should begin planning on how to create metadata and review these records. Really interesting. It looks like forward progress on UAP, at least on one front. So pretty cool. Oh, and check this out. I wanted to share something with you. A lot of people are worried about Chris Lato. Well, he says, "I'm doing great, everyone. I don't think I'm crazy, but I guess you never know." Well, that's the case for all of us, Chris. For those of you worried about Chris, I totally understand and I get it. If he's going through some struggles, I completely sympathize and my heart goes out to him. But I think he might be just fine. He might just be going through some, possibly even a transcendental experience of some sort. Maybe that's just me. But I think that Chris is going to be just fine. Meanwhile, this is alarming news from Spaced Out Radio. Breaking news, MUFON is under a major hack right now. Sources indicate the hacker has taken over and locked everyone out of their CMS database. The attack has come from an IP address within the eastern USA. Data has been compromised. Well, that's not good. I'm a MUFON member, and I'm the incoming director of our local MUFON chapter here in Brazos Valley, Texas. We investigated the local cattle mutilations. I'm not real excited about being a director, but it's my turn, I guess. So we'll see how that goes. We're actually debating during our next session, we will hold a vote whether to stay with MUFON or whether to break out and become independent. We've had some friction with the higher-ups, and we're thinking about going independent. Whatever the case may be, I'm really worried, for my MUFON brothers and sisters out there with this hack going on. What in the world is happening? What is the motive behind that? Is it the UFO control group? Is it some random hackers? Is it foreign adversaries? What's going on there? I don't know, but I will definitely keep my eye out for the next shoe to drop on this story. And of course, if you see it before I do, well, let me know. Meanwhile, are these the first pictures of dragons? I've talked a lot about the dragon UAP phenomenon discovered by Dr. Robert Shipe of California. Well, Tim Clark has been looking at historical photos, and he believes that he has found what might be a dragon UAP in the 1940s. I think this was 1943 in Pethi. Look at that. Look at that. What else could that be other than a UFO, right? I mean, but it's not over. It's not over. It's not just one little squiggle. This is from photos taken of Amelia Earhart's plane in 1932. Note the small UFO that looks very much like a dragon. And you can see it moving in these pictures. Now, I'm not entirely sure if this is a dragon just because I don't know if cameras back then were sophisticated enough to catch the super fast movement of these objects. But it's about that size. It's interested in an airplane. So it very well could be a dragon, guys. So hats off to Tim Clark for finding these amazing photos, what might well be the earliest documented dragon UAP. I'll end on a positive note from Ryan Graves.
Thank you, Chris. I appreciate that. I think it's going to be a big year this year. And going forward for this conversation, it's not going anywhere.
It's going to be a big year, guys. 2024 is going to rock, and I'm going to cover every moment of it. But if you see it before I do, let me know, guys. I love it. This is going to be gangbusters. So if you've enjoyed this video, please give me a big thumbs up. I sure would appreciate it. Smash the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of future videos. You don't want to miss a thing. Join me on social media. Facebook, Twitter, Discord links are below. Love to see you guys there. If you wanted to support Cosmic Road in a bigger way, see the merch store below or become a channel member. Channel members are rock stars, and I really appreciate you guys' support. Thanks. Also, channel members frequently get to see videos hours ahead of everybody else. Meanwhile, there are plenty of other videos on the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. This is Jack with Cosmic Road, signing out.